look even a little bit like myself. And that's because I'm shooting the cover of my magazine. I'm shooting the cover of my magazine and I'm doing it by myself. So I had an idea, but the magazine's supposed to come out next Monday. And obviously I'm running out of time. And so I decided I'm just going to do it myself. And I have this very specific, like, vision. Obviously I want to look like an Italian woman that smokes cigarettes. I don't even know what to say. I don't even have words. Okay, so I posted the overcompensating trailer on my main Instagram because I'm so fucking excited for that show because Owen Thiel is going to be in it. Owen Thiel, if you didn't know, he's on the Unwell Network and he has a podcast, In Your Dreams. Okay? You following? And he's had guests like Rachel Sennett, Molly Gordon, Emma Chamberlain. His boyfriend Jared is Emma Chamberlain and Sabrina Carpenter's stylist, okay? But Owen Thiel is in Theater Camp, one of the greatest movies ever made. And so I posted on my story because I was just like super excited for it and I love to overshare my story. And then I go and I see that he saw my story. Now, I don't know if you've caught on to this yet, but I have a parasocial relationship with a lot of people. Owen Thiel being one of them. Like when I go to work and I'm in the car for hours, the only podcast that I can bear to listen to for that long of a time is Owen Thiel because he's so funny. He's so self-deprecating. And I just love hearing about him. And I love how all of his episodes are a conversation and it's not like nobody's interrupting each other, whatever. You totally have to listen to it. And I put on my Dry Gin Martini story that I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you saw my story because I'm literally editing my magazine, which we'll get to in a minute, for the end of March. And in it, my flavor of the month is the In Your Dreams podcast. I'm like, yo. And he just DM'd me and said, oh my God, thank you, baby. And I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to see it. I loved you in Theater Camp. Like, okay, so now in my Instagram stories, we have Owen Thiel has seen my Instagram story. Jeremy O'Harris has seen my Instagram story. A24 has seen my Instagram story twice. So that is a good sign because today has actually just been, well, it hasn't been terrible, but it hasn't been great either because so many things. But now let's get into behind the scenes of the magazine because that's what this video is. But first, my hair's so flaccid because I was wearing a wig earlier. Hi friends, I'm about to figure out how to upload my magazine to my website. Thank you so much, Wix. I use Wix for my website. Thank you for taking $300 some out of my account with no email notice. How are ya? Jeffree Star. I used to watch his videos like every day. Anyway, today's a huge day for me. It should be for you too because the Dry Gin Martini magazine was just published moments ago. I feel really weird because it's like a huge deal for me and I'm really proud of it. But also I'm like, then the world's going to keep spinning. So maybe that's good exposure therapy. I don't know. So I'm making all my beverages for the morning. So I'm going to do some yoga and then I'm going to hit the library and do some reading and writing over there because it's rainy and gloomy and I want to go back to bed. So I'm going to leave the house. And then maybe later, I don't even want to say it. I'm not going to jinx it, actually. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'll complain about it. Let's talk a little bit more about this magazine. Okay, while I make you my coffee as you're leaned up against the Broski report. I have my journal. I was writing a little journal entry, and then I stopped because I wanted to vlog this moment just for me, personally. Let's rewind to December. Back in December, I made a Dry Gin Martini wrapped kind of mini zine of all the movies I watched that year, how many blogs I published, my top 4 movies of the year, my least favorite 4, like they weren't my bottom 4, but like not my faves. And I just really loved creating and designing a magazine layout, and I also loved like saying that I have a magazine. It really just sounds amazing. And so January and February I slacked off a little bit, I won't lie. And when it came to March, I was like, there's so many things, like, I just want to put it all in one, like, put it in a magazine. Like, I want Dry Gin Martini started as a blog. I eventually want it to be a magazine. I love magazines, and I wish they would come back. I know they didn't go anywhere, but they're not as prevalent as they once were. So with that, I was just kind of brainstorming one day, and I was like, we have the blogs coming out. I've started getting more active with my YouTube videos for the movies I watched this week, and also now vlogging. Welcome to the vlog. And I was like, I think the magazine is like the last thing, and then we kind of have all three things and can really excel and perfect those, because I don't want to do a million different things and like throw shit at a wall and see what sticks. Like, I like the blog. I know the blog works. I know it's like people read it. I don't care how many people are reading it, if at least one person is. The YouTube videos are like, some videos get like 4 views. I had one video get like 600 views. YouTube videos for me are just like a way for me to perfect editing and like video production, which I love to do, but I also love making YouTube videos. I have since high school. And that's something that I really just do for me. I mean, selfishly, I would love it to be like an archive of this beautiful progression, but also it's just really fun. So that's more for me. And the magazine is kind of like this portfolio, I don't know, that can prove that I can do it. Whatever. Sorry. I was in there. I was working. I was grinding away. I was working on my blog. I was brainstorming for the month of April, all of the blogs that I wanted to write and the stuff I want to do on my YouTube channel. And then this man comes and sits down at the table, and I was like, I know this is a public library, but I was so like in my zone. And then another guy comes down and sits at the table. We had a packed house in there. So I was working, and then my computer was about to die, so I was gonna leave. So I got up and was like, okay, time to go home. I brought a computer charger, but truthfully, the computer, like, the charger was in the middle of the table close to the two guys, and I didn't want to ask them to push it closer to me, and I didn't want to get up and move it closer to me either. They had their windows plugged in, and I'm a Mac girly, you know? I was just like, I'll go home. So I get up, and I see the table I usually sit at, which I didn't because it was occupied previously, was open. So I sat back down and started working some more, and I grinded out. I think I'm at 3 pages into the creative fiction story that I'm writing. And it was so fun to just, like, I was chipping away at this thing. And then my computer just spontaneously died again because I'm using my phone charger, not my Mac charger, and my phone charger sucks. So then I decided to check out the books. I wasn't going to get one because I just finished Book Lovers by Emily Henry, which was okay. And now I'm reading My Year of Rest and Relaxation, which I love. I'm only like 40 pages in, but I really like it. And I'm listening to Kitchen Confidential by Anthony Bourdain. Then I saw Bride, and I was like, okay, I'll get it, because my friend said I'd really like it. My friend said I would really like Book Lovers by Emily Henry. And I did, except the last 80 to 50 pages were so predictable that I just skimmed them because I was like, okay. Closed the book, and I was like, I'm so not satisfied with that ending because I predicted it a mile away. Even when I start reading this book and the vampires and the werewolves are not the same vampires and werewolves as they are in Twilight, obviously, I'm still going to imagine them as such. So it's nice to have that foundation and that pre-existing notion of what werewolves look like in my head and what vampires look like in my head, because I do believe they exist in real life. I don't care if that makes me sound crazy, but I think all of the mythical creatures exist. I think mermaids exist. After watching Death of a Unicorn, they're probably out there somewhere. It's none of my business where. Vampires, absolutely. Fairies, yeah. What else? They're out there. I mean, the world is such a gorgeous, vast place. I mean, how could they not be? So, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna make some lunch because I'm starving. And I'm gonna start reading this book. And you should read my blog and my magazine because today it came out. I don't think I can listen to the Broski Report. This is the second episode that I've listened to and just started sobbing. Well, one, because like when other people cry, I feel like I start crying. Oh, but you have to listen to Discussing the Lamp Dream. It's a fairly recent episode, but listening to her speak about through Hosier's music specifically, but listening to her speak about religion. Oh my god, dude. I've never had somebody articulate the thought I have about religion and how being brought up in religion, like, not taints, but, like, kind of taints the way that you view the world and navigate the world, because you have this predisposed knowledge and, like, expectations and belief system that you didn't get to come up with or discover or fall in love with on your own. And I've never heard anybody articulate that until I listened to this episode, and then I sobbed for a half hour in the car ride home, because the way that she talks about it, like, living, especially in America, in Western civilization, we're so exposed to Judeo-Christian values, and you can't really escape that even through birth. Like, depending on what religion, if any religion you're brought up in, like, that just affects your way of thinking your whole life, good or bad. Like, your mind is clouded, she says, from a certain type of reality, because you have these institutions and systems in the back of your mind at all times. And I constantly think about how, ew, I just spit. And I constantly think about if it would be more freeing, or what it would be like to grow up and exist without any of that. And I've never heard somebody articulate it until now. Also, just the way that she eloquently speaks about literally anything and everything regarding music, cinema, the arts, and the preservation of that, and the beauty of that, and how that bridges communities, and that's what we should be focusing on. Like, oh my god. I'm glad I got those tears out of me. I really needed them. She's also she just, like, the way her mind moves so fast, I'm able, like, I can finally listen to something and, like, have all of the thoughts and how they blend together. It's like I understand everything she's saying. I feel like I'm in a college course that I actually understand, and it's really refreshing. So I don't know why it took me so long to listen to the Broski Report. Sorry, I'm not trying to dox my neighbor. I don't know why it took me so long to read the Broski Report. Like, look how beautiful the sky is. She also speaks about the Aurora Borealis. Oh my god. You guys have to listen to it. You have to. Why aren't we talking about the socioeconomic, like, state of the world? Why aren't we? I also, when I was driving, super unsafe, had to remove my sports bra because it was causing me chest pain. Like, it was so tight on my boobs. Okay, get ready with me. Oh, never mind. Actually, get out. I'm going to be a background actor in a movie. I honestly don't know. I have a tendency to get my hopes up, so I'm not going to do that. My aunt texted me last night. They're filming a Christmas movie in our town, and they're using our fire hall that my family has been a part of since, I don't know what, the dawn of time. And my aunt is in the ladies auxiliary for the fire hall, and they get a +1. And so my aunt, gracious her, was like, me, she picked me, thank you. So I don't really know what's going on. I know that I have to be there at 11. It's 8:45. And I know that I have to wear Christmas party clothes. But honestly, we're just kind of going in blind here. I've been on sets a handful of times, not several. I was in a West Her car commercial that I saw one time in, like, the depths of the evening on TV. I was a background actor in my friend Sydney's short film Nostelle, which releases, there's a premiere in May 18th at North Park Theater that you should totally go to. And that's it. Oh, I was in a music video. But, like, I was in a music video with 100 other people. You can see me for a second. I think it's on my Instagram story still. Because I believe this is actually, like, a SAG film production. So it'll be the first time I'm on a SAG set. So I just kind of want to, like, creep around. Not that I want to be disrespectful in any way. I don't want to, be annoying. But I was there the other day, and I saw all the C-stands and, like, all the lights and everything. It was so cool. So I'm more interested in observing the mechanics of the filmmaking process. Well, also, yeah, like, discover me, Rachel Zegler style. Just kidding. I don't have the the talent of Rachel Zegler. But anyway, I'm gonna get ready now because this is just like super weird, but also super exciting, but could also be a disappointment. So I'm not gonna get my hopes up because what are the hopes to really get up? And also, I'm off today, which I usually work Wednesdays, but I work Tuesday instead of Wednesday. So this has to be some kind of like, just to be there is really exciting. So I'm gonna get ready now because, wait guys, my hair and makeup looks really good. Okay, also in that same vein, a trick of the trade for your lips. So I tried the Tik Tok lip stain. My friend got me one for Christmas and I love it. However, it was too dark, so I gave it to my sister. And I like the look of like an outer line and then like blending that in so it kind of just makes your lips look fuller. The way I do that, the way that happened. Look how beautiful that blush is, Patrick Ta. Work your magic, queen. Anyway, sorry. The way you do that, I just put on Soar by MAC and then powdered it down so that when I put lips on, I'm just gonna put on a clear gloss, and hopefully it just looks like I'm wearing clear gloss and have like a natural contour to my lips because I don't. So I have this dress. It's from DKNY. You can't even freaking see it, I'm too short. But it's like, god damn it. It's like a little curtainy pleated moment. And then it's sheer down here and it's whatever. And it has this little tie, right, with the keyhole. Whatever, super cute. So this is what I was thinking of wearing. I'm serving regardless. But I hate this, like, just show up in your clothes. Because I had to do that for my friend's short film. Or my friend's first movie, Nostelle, which you should totally go see. May 18th at the North Park Theater in Buffalo. Buy your tickets now, link in the description. But I remember, like, we didn't know each other at the time either. This is how I met my friend Sydney. And I was going to be a background actress. And she was like, okay, just, like, pick out a couple outfits that would resemble that of, like, summer 2012. So I was, like, knee-deep in girls, looking at their outfits, specifically Marnie. And I was like, I have the perfect, like, chuggy kind of, you know, because in 2012 they wore business casual. Like, if you watch girls, they go out in business casual. So I was like, that's the perfect outfit. And I sent her 3 different outfits with 3 different pairs of shoes and 3 different purses. And I was just covering all the bases. You know, I wanted to make their job easier. I was like, oh, well, I have like a summery vibe. I have a more neutral vibe. And then I have just like classic stripes and colored pants because that's what the 2012s were about. And still now, she makes a joke about it. She's like, yeah, you just had so many outfits prepared. I was like, I gotta cover all my bases. Like, they match. They match. Okay, ignore the rain. Ignore the tears. It's 8 p.m. I just got home I was on set since 11 a.m. And the reason I'm crying is because that was like the coolest. That was like, I was literally a background extra. I was in like 3 shots, okay? I basically sat around waiting all day. Oh my god. That was like the coolest experience of my life. This is so stupid. That was like the coolest experience of my life, seeing the way that they like did everything on set, from like the amount of PAs they had to like they had costume, they had wardrobe. They just had people running around all over the place. I got to like watch the director direct. I got to watch the first AD, the second AD. That was like the coolest experience of my life. And I'm just expected to go back to like regular life tomorrow. And I know it wasn't even that big of a deal. Like, I was just a background actor in like 3 scenes. But that was like the coolest thing ever. Oh my god. People get to do this for a living. People get to be on set every single day and get paid. I wasn't even paid. I don't give a fuck. I would sit there until 7 a.m. tomorrow. Oh my God, that was like probably one of the best days ever. I'll probably be cut from the movie. I got to walk in front of the camera. I got to walk in front of Mario Lopez. Like, the coolest thing in my life.